getting my dome all unknotted, and then whatever was in was all overflow like it's a bucket of gold. So have at it, yo. How bad was flow? Bad as a radish pole, or maybe a rash of yo's that was cured with one fucking no for one fucking word. Because then that was a book with a symbol on for sure that he absorbed somehow like a sponge next to sink that sat too long. Because then Saturn would have got sad if my flow wouldn't start and be on and be the starch and the potato it was all along type stuff. And then on a long party was a long chair that sat until somebody took a seat for once. Seat in hall with flow until all of your patron saints would have been aching for some of mine that I had to say, because I makes mine great. I makes mine with minced meat that used to be a live type thing until the cough would have made us end with this rop I had to have said, because if I did, then the walls would be set in the house that you live. Because oh my lid, some more of this canyon flow to cause a collapse in the reality of yours, and it pays to know, like somebody phone a realtor know, to get them on phone so that they could hear some of my vibrato and vibrate so. Because then a verbatim would have been never said, because even an effort would have come up short type shit. Not even a percent, because you can't fucking do the digits like that. It would be some pie shit without the one in the front. And the one in the one would have been the ball that was fuzz that would spin all around over the net. And go cast some more of your silly stuff. They're parlor tricks compared to my wizardry. Without a stiff I need, I just use the index in hand and then do a roll of dicks. Do some more flows off my tongue, backflip and then a belly flop into some wet or maybe palm, because then you could ponder later on what I said. A canoe ship that's as big as a yacht that they bought with a whole bunch of box they probably never see in front of them, dog. Like on a desk they would stock off of that ink needs to get back to the octopus now, cause I said from my mom a whole bunch of shit that makes sense from a show. It's a pearl for a string that she wore. I'm talking about the chick of yours, of course. I said some coral stuff that lives in the wall where all of them fish would have flopped the fins that they got. No offense type stuff, but if it does, I don't give a shit type stuff. That's how offense type stuff, with a whole bunch of sharp on the end till it's stuck your gut or your chest you got. And a whole bunch of congested from blood, because that's what it usually used to do the job. Have I said some jaw to drop quite yet? Because then I haven't done my job quite yet. I need to just stick this dart in the spot it belongs. A bull is looking winky from now on, and then for a week I would have said something weak until the straw would have connected with part of your soul, or at least your heart. It never uses the dome anymore. That's the front door. It climbs through the window or through the back. It comes like over fence, like oh my god. Could have said what made the shrubs all grow until your shrugs don't work, until you're real small like Smurfs would have lived. It's some toadstools for show. That's where the stuffs would have got them logs all cut, because then I would have lined you up and your bodies would have stretched the equator and more. Maybe I'll do a couple times around, like this is a Christmas tree I'm decorating up. I'll put different sweaters on y'all, the festive ones, and then we'll have a festival when I'm done. Yes, I need to do some more Tears of the Clone with flow, because then I can float over yo like them clouds about to rain for show. That was when I rain over yo with a scepter I hold. Did I intercept flow? No, I had it all along. It was just in the back of my fridge and I didn't even know. Yes, boom, give me my shit. It's right. Posterize the flows are mine, and then I could go glossary. what would bounce and glisten across with you just listen to the words that I said. They're wit and they're cement, they're hard, you can take stiff, because then you would take hard in what I said. This is a whole bunch of Mary Poppins shit. I feel like I'm dancing with penguins when I spit. Boom. Holocaust, a bunch of this cost us son to tell us gone type stuff, and then y'all would get a bargain. The gift would have the wrapping and the ribbon. You could rip it and it wouldn't be attached anymore. Now wouldn't type shit until you got this little wooden horse that I whittled a wall on the porch as I sat on a rocking chair, bitch. Rocking the sounds I could be spitting from lips, spinning the distance and big, cause it's a spam in the canvas. Words that I had, how words of flow, how was the will, how wet the bone, when the bucket begged from rope, but then you would've had a bucket for hoes. I mean a rope for the pole, because the wagon ain't gonna pull itself type stuff until your pole and your box was all spent on some lust, but probably some to get you drunk. It's probably some like for something or bits until your septic got all clogged with the shit I took, because could have been a sinful arm, because a simple bra when the skin was broke. I take some blood, I fill the bogs to bring me home. There's a whole bunch of claws with no sound in front, so the sound in the gloss was broke all overflow. I go overboard with my waterfall, that would be wonderful, until y'all would get wanderlust and your heart would be thawed from the heart was froze, because that would have been the part I loved the most. Yes, the miss from this, and don't miss with words were said from this, and you'd be said if dead, and then Santa Claus would bring you gifts. Hold this flow like phone and Spider-Man, and photos took all day long, and y'all would want the alimony checks to pile up like bucks you could spend before their cash. Boom. Life's a blink, some old me, because flows I speak are manifest destiny of where I'll be and second believe. Like a British guy said, with the aliens would glow and shit, and then I would fucking be on a roll again. A Rolodex couldn't hold this Rolex that resides in my head. It just seems to tick, constantly dark, continuous motion with my go and I flow like a fucking poem that's never wrote. I said something to itch in the spot, because the scross never got, because y'all fucking scratch till there's blood type stuff, like the mosquito don't bit too hard. Bite down on this flow. Why don't you take home? It's something to take home, something to bring to the moms, to bring to the child who needs the most. Like he has a crush, little Timmy's legs don't work somehow. Maybe it's a shock he got when he was born. Maybe he was bald, like follicles would jump off, like this is a dying ship. Feel like I'd have a better chance just floating on wet type shit, and words I say are boomerangs, they're sure to come back. With my shuriken rip, I'm gonna take the sharp to your neck. It's a Sharpie then, and I'll make my words ever permanent. Bow. It's right, son. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. A rose necklace of blonde British. Like I'm a horse, get it? Not all roses are red, son. That's right. I've seen white ones, like in Alice in Wonderland. TWA.